Hey guys, this is Michiko and welcome to day 2 of Michiko's 12 Days of Christmas, where I'll be recommending to you guys 12 games throughout the 12 days towards December 25th. And our second game is Hexa Hysteria. Hexa Hysteria is a three-dimensional free-form reading game based on a story far, far away into the future where AI is advanced enough to support humanity's spacefaring dreams. We as players enter into its numerous memories, experiencing past people's lives back on Earth, as well as making sense of their past intentions. Some mysteries still linger around, but only time will tell. For a three-dimensional reading game, taking steps from the likes of dynamically moving games such as Arcade and Lenoda, the concept of 6 free moving tracks has been showcased really well in the game at this point. Following that, the heavy lore aspect of the game has created a very interactive environment for the players to explore. From its memory cores retelling past memories, to even in-game manipulations of time in order to progress through the story. The UI is really clean, mostly highlighting the art that's used for song illustration as well as story CG, especially with the hand-drawn aesthetic, showing both age and elegance on an otherwise drawing of day-to-day lives. Enough of that, let's actually play the game. Well, if you've seen my live streams before a few months ago, as well as a multitude of YouTube videos if they came up on your timeline, you might already know how this game goes. 6 lanes that initially form in a hexagonal shape and began to move around depending on the song. As Wiseye Studio says in the press kit, the only reading game with true 3-dimensional gameplay. And they're not kidding. The paths can go to all sides. Up, down, left, right, yaw, pitch, roll, you name it. As indicative of people's comparison of the game to Lenoda, the charters do try and make movements based on the chart of the game, especially the flicks. Oh, and also, they don't have hold release judgments. That's gonna be a brand new badge. Feels good just to come back and relax on an easy chart. Well, not necessarily easy. The game has easy, medium, and hard difficulties. I hope so. The chart has been oddly static. Shouldn't be doing some wacky stuff. Oh! Yep, as I said, it can yaw, pitch, and roll. This is interesting. No, it's only a taste of what this game is capable of. But you might be wondering, how the heck does this all get charted into the game? Well, we don't need to speculate, since there has been live streams done on the official YouTube channel of Wiseye Studio, link down below if you're interested. It's actually really cool and humbling for Noel, the programmer, producer, and writer of Hexa Hysteria, to show the behind the scenes of how the game gets made. Well, not really like deep into the code where I don't fully grasp, but as someone who has dabbled in a bit of handmade charting, it's cool to see how people create charts for reading games. Even to go as far as needing to make a different software with an actual UI that's both understandable and usable for creating many charts for the game. Trust me, I've seen way wackier charting UI. Oh, and have we talked about the song list of the game? Yeah, you're listening to the first song of the game. Sounds melancholic, yet cheerful, isn't it? The entire first chapter of its story mode are filled with songs like this, so it's a slow start. Obviously, it's intended to get players to accustom with the dynamic charting this game has to offer. The story is woven together with the songs they're represented with, or vice versa. Just get through with it, follow some of the story CGs, and then enjoy whacking your fingers into more hard charts. And not to leave out, but I believe Hexa Hysteria, as well as another reading game that I'll be talking about in the future episode of the 12 Days of Christmas, has some of the most customizable settings, probably in all of mobile reading gaming. There's dedicated volumes for various elements of the game, background blur and dim, a solid offset wizard, its note indicators, frame rate, and freaking vibrations. I missed these back in Ciders 1. You can customize the hit sounds as well, and the goddamn note colors. Legit! This is so extensive in terms of customizability. They have cloud save since launch and other settings for some lore trickery, streamer mode, appreciated, your player stats, core memory which hosts special songs and charts, and voice of the world, where players can vote how the story of Hexa Hysteria will continue on. Real good stuff right here, folks! Now, let's address some concerns for any of you who want to pick up this game. Currently, it does not have a full version to purchase, so you can play the game for free from its story chapters, or in this case memory cores, with a total of 13 songs free to play from 30 songs in total as of version 1.2.1.30. Yes, that means they are DLC packs, but since they're made after launch, everything about it has been more fleshed out compared to, say, the first memory core chapter. With the generous price of around $5 in certain regions, it's comparable to other Rin games. Now, does Hexa Hysteria gets the stamp of it'll take some time to get used to? I'd say nope. The game's naturally simplistic beginning and easier charts for the first memory core serves as enough training for anyone who to get a grasp into the game's 6-lane flinging mechanics. And after knowing that you can just register any kind of notes from different parts of the lanes, even to the tippy edge of it, I guarantee you'll get through this game in a breeze. But then again, who am I to judge anyone who hasn't played games like Lanona before? This kind of review video for Hexa Hysteria has been a long time coming, and now I finally have a reason to showcase the game, not just from the gameplay perspective, but as a whole review. Once again, everything I said in this video are of my own opinions and experiences, yours may vary. If you're interested with the game, you can get the game for free, may I remind you, on both the Google Play Store and iOS App Store. As my last regards for the game, I hope that this game will be seeing some future success, because I would really want to see how the game will progress as a reading game with adding more songs and more artists into its roster, more illustrations to please our eyes with, and the story to see how our choices at this moment of time will affect the future of the game's lore as we know it. And that's been it for day 2 of Michiko's 12 Days of Christmas. Please do give Hexa Hysteria a try, and I'll see you on day 3. As always, thanks for watching.